But no, you said that about the cartel. That reminded me. Did you know that the CIA got caught selling guns to the cartel?
I didn't know that, but that does not surprise me.
The CIA or the FBI? Because, well,
probably both.
What actually happened was they were trying to track the cartel and their movement. So what they did is they put trackers on the guns. I'm pretty sure they put trackers or something like that, so they can see where the violence is happening at and where they are specifically. Well, the cartel knew what they were doing and knew like the whole time what was going on. Because
how are you going to put a tracker on a gun without somebody knowing? Because guns are pretty
you could probably hide it in stock.
Yeah, but you're going to be able to see it. You know, if you take a butt plate off or something, you can see that it's in there.
I feel like they'd probably put it actually in the stock. So you'd have to take the stock apart.
Because guns are pretty bare. You know, you can't, there's not really a whole lot of place to like hide stuff.
Yeah, because like the only thing that's in the gun is the mechanics to make it shoot.
Yeah, like there's not many places you could put it where it's going to survive if they're shooting a lot.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking, like a stock maybe, but that's what they're doing. And I'm pretty sure they found out because of the Mexican government, because they're so involved in the Mexican government. I mean, they literally have their hands in everything with that. So I'm pretty sure that's how they found out. But what they used the guns for was shooting border patrol officers.
Nice.
Yeah. So it completely backfired on them.
So they thought they were just going to give them like all these guns and they're just not going to get shot with them?
Basically, but because they intended them to use them for gang violence. So they could track where they are, so they know where to send people out to go looking for them.
So they thought that they were going to give them all these guns and they were going to fight each other with them.
And the cartel wouldn't be fighting each other. They'd be just doing their normal business because they're out there killing people every day on the streets.
That's true.
So they're wanting to do it, like use this so that way they could track where it's happening so they could try to pinpoint where they're hiding at. And instead, they use the guns to go kill all these border patrol people. And left the guns there like, oh, here you go.
You want to know where the gun at? It's right here.
Yeah.
That's a very bad plan. That's like if I want to keep you off my property and I'm open the fence and then give you like 2 handguns so that you can come like get on the property.
Yeah.
It's like that didn't work.
Yeah. And then there's also another conspiracy that we sell all the confiscated drugs like cocaine stuff to the cartels in Mexico so they can bring them back up here and we can find them again and sell them to them again.
That wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if all the drugs that they confiscate, they just split up.
Okay, for anybody who can see this on the camera, I just poured out 6 white Airheads in a row. What is life? Okay, back to what you're saying. I just think it was insanity.
Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if they take all the drugs that they confiscate, split them up in just little small portions, and then just use that to plant on people to take them to jail.
No, that's been found happening many a times.
Because, I mean, obviously we know that if like you get pulled over and they throw some crack in your car and then they say, hey, what's this? And you say, that's not my crack. They're going to go, I've heard that 100 times. This is definitely your crack.
Yeah, it's not as common anymore because everybody has cameras, body cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have, not a lot, but a decent amount of people have cameras inside of their own vehicles now too. And, but back in the day before that was a common thing, there wasn't camera and police cars stuff. It's found that happened a lot.
It doesn't surprise me one bit because I'm sure at some point there was probably, the cops were probably getting some like kickback for arresting people for drugs and whatnot.
It's not really, I mean, yeah, there probably was a kickback, but on top of that too, the more cases you solve or not solve, but the more cases that you can bring in and have done and everything, put people in jail, they'll help you climb up the ranks. So
right.
That's why like cops that are in a small town,
because it makes you look like you're doing a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's why cops that, work in a small town where not a lot of stuff ever happens, they don't really get raises that much or anything because there's nothing going on. They're just there to make sure nothing happens.
Right.
Now, the cops that are in big cities where there's crime happening all the time, those are the ones that get raises and get moved up a lot because there's all sorts of stuff going on for them to do and be able to create, up their career.
Right.
But that's also too why the cops you see in small towns are
have like the smallest drug bust ever.
Yeah.
And it's like a huge deal.
Yeah. And then on top of that too, they're usually like super polite because they never see crime. I mean, they do, but very minimal.
Yeah.
Like somebody ran a stop sign.
Have you seen the pictures of like the local police stations that'll have like a table and it'll have like 6 cops and there'll be like a gram of weed on the table and they're all like have their arms crossed, like staring at it like it's some like the biggest bust of the entire year. And then like they'll post it on Facebook and then like everybody in the comments will be like, "Oh, good job, guys, really cleaning things up."
Yeah, there's
Somebody we were talking earlier about how they raised the tobacco age to 21. There was somebody that took one of those pictures and edited it to where they had all the cops around it, and it just had packs of cigarettes on the table. And they were all looking like it was like the biggest drug bust of the year.
That's pretty funny.
It was hilarious.
I mean, that will be a thing now, though. People are going to start trafficking tobacco now to the minors because so many people are used to the smoking age being 18, and now it's 21. That's going to be a big thing now, I bet. And people are going to get in trouble. I mean, because it happens with alcohol already. So, I mean, I won't say trafficking as much, but more, there's going to be more illegal stuff going on with people going and buying it for other people.
I mean, it's certainly not going to stop them.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's like whenever you try to make guns illegal, the people that own guns that aren't supposed to are already getting them illegal anyway. So what's going to...
Yeah, we know that works so well.
Yeah.